Hello and welcome to Yorkshire Voice on Wednesday the 29th of July with me, Caroline Grandjean. Here are today's top stories. More than 80 firemen tackled a major blaze at a Bradford garage overnight. Today tests were being carried out to see whether the building will need to be demolished. Local residents say it was a terrifying experience.
Smoke started coming over. I went back in, and by the time I got in to go to shut the front window, it was absolutely black, you couldn't see nothing.
Business leaders have called for significant new investments in Leeds railway station and say the current site can't cope with existing services, let alone the proposed high-speed rail link.
We've got to do something with this station. Irrespective of high-speed 2 services, this station needs to be revamped to accommodate the future growth that's going to happen both in services and in passenger numbers.
And we'll be finding out why this man has been given a very special award for his fundraising activities. But first, tonight, an investigation is underway into the cause of a huge fire which swept through a car garage in Bradford. It's thought the repair workshop on Priestman Street in the Manningham area will have to be demolished after the roof collapsed. Jay Unger reports.
These are the scenes from last night, captured on a resident's phone just metres away from a fire that has shocked an entire neighbourhood. Smoke pouring off this BMW repair garage on Priestland Street in Bradford. Many residents ran inside to seek refuge from the thick black soot and debris that was being flung into the surrounding area.
Well, I was just coming home from my grandma's and I saw a bunch of smoke. And I was trying to get through the crowd that was everybody were viewing, and it was just telling me that she could hear lots of fire banging, smoke was going through the windows. I didn't know what to feel really. I was just shocked at the fire because the smoke was, you could see it across the street that it was getting all over the windows, and this one guy was not at home and he left his window open, so when we came back you could see that his house was full of smoke.
I was worried about my family because my uncle had asthma and the smoke, the officers were saying the smoke could be dangerous. I was a bit scared because I didn't know what was going to happen in it.
At first it was the alarm going, I come out to check it and then smoke started coming over. I went back in and by the time I got in to go to shut the front window, it was absolutely black, you couldn't see nothing, and it stunk really funny smell, and I had breathing problems as it is, and I had to shut all my windows. I've had to wash all my bedding this morning. That few seconds marked all my bedding and everything, and it was really bad.
The investigation into the cause is currently underway. Residents say they are used to small fires being set off by children, but nothing of this magnitude. Jay Unger, Yorkshire Voice, Bradford.
Every day, thousands of people in Leeds pass through the city's main railway station, but now business leaders have called for significant new investment. And they say if it doesn't happen, then the existing site will no longer be able to cope with demands for current services, let alone the proposed new HS2 high-speed rail link. The warning has come from the Chamber of Commerce, and Hayley Longster has been assessing reaction.
Leeds City Station has been serving the city since 1938 in its current form and is currently the busiest station in the UK outside of London. However, plans to reinvigorate the city's transport network in order to include it in George Osborne's so-called Northern Powerhouse may prove difficult to realise if the station is not refurbished or expanded.
We've got to do something with this station. Irrespective of high-speed 2 services, this station needs to be revamped to accommodate the future growth that's going to happen both in services and in passenger numbers. But as we look to increase the number of local services that are using the station, regional services and national services, we need extra line capacity, we need extra platform capacity, and therefore that needs to also happen to cope with the extra number of passengers.
The current plan is to build a brand new hub station near Asda House, but the Chamber thinks this idea is too expensive and very impractical.
What we're calling for in the Chamber is for the station to be integrated, to be fully integrated, so that we can maximise connectivity. You don't necessarily want him to be walking a quarter of a mile from one platform to another to get on the HS2 services or to get off the HS2 services. What we need to maximise economic benefit of HS2 coming to the city and coming to the city region is an ability to transit between the trains and the
It would appear, on speaking to the people of Leeds and the community of commuters who regularly use the station, that they largely agree.
Leeds Station needs an upgrade. It's a mess. I know they upgraded and spent a bit of money on it recently, but we really need something which is fit for purpose. You know, it's the old north-south divide again.
As you're coming through the station, I mean, there's still signs there of the old architecture and things, which is really nice as you're walking through the shopping arcade and things. But I mean, it's starting to look a little bit run down now as far as the platforms and things are concerned.
If you need to be in London, that desperately was 2 flights today from Leeds Bradford to Heathrow by British Airways. So what's the point of spending all this money to save 30 minutes on a train journey? Absolutely none.
This is Hayley Longstair reporting for Yorkshire Voice.
Now stay with us, because coming up on the programme we'll be speaking to 2 people hoping to make a difference in the community. But first, here's a roundup of some of today's news in brief. 2 men have been arrested by police after a 13-year-old girl went missing from her home in Halifax on Monday was found safe and well. Aisha Zadi was last seen on Monday evening but was found in Luton this morning. A 16-year-old girl is in a critical but stable condition in hospital today after suffering serious burns in a fire at her home in Kippax near Leeds. The teenager was taken to Penisfield Hospital in the early hours of yesterday morning. Her parents and 4 siblings, aged between 9 and 19, were in the house at the time. Police are continuing to investigate the cause of the fire. In politics, Leeds MP Greg Mulholland has been appointed campaigns chair for the Liberal Democrats. As new Lib Dem leader, Tim Farron has unveiled his new spokesperson team. Representing the North West constituency, Greg Mulholland will be the Lib Dem's voice of the country, overseeing national campaigns. Now, we often hear of people who do all sorts of things to raise money for good causes, but our next story features a man with learning disabilities who has used his love of art to help raise money for a brand new community centre to support others with the same challenges. Emma Cowan has been to find out more.
Today, Leeds MENCAP, an art charity supporting adults and children with disabilities, attended an art workshop at Courtyard Creativities in Horsforth to say thank you to Martin Earle, who raised money by selling his artwork to help people in a similar situation as himself.
Martin has been great. He contacted us and said that he'd raised money for children's services and for the new centre. And he said he did it through a recycling art project. So we're absolutely thrilled to come along today, see what he's done, present him with a cheque for the money he's raised. It's lovely to meet fundraisers specifically and see what they've done for us.
Martin regularly attends the workshops at Courtyard Creativities as he feels they really help his confidence.
More of my confidence and to talk to people.
Phil Hopkins, who runs many of the workshops at Creativities, says there needs to be more opportunities for people with learning difficulties.
Really, because there should be a lot more activities like this, and also kind of things that people can progress onto. Lots of people here make fantastic pieces of art, and we sell it because we're on Town Street here in Horsforth, and I think there should be more encouragement about people becoming artists and selling their work.
MENCAP hopes that more people will get involved with their Space for Me campaign to fund their new community building, which will be situated in East. Whilst they've nearly hit their target, more still needs to be done.
The demand for our services means that we need a new centre. We want to produce a new centre, not only so that we can carry on with our excellent and invaluable children's services, but also create a community space for others to use in the area, and also a space for children without learning needs to come and play with affordable childcare provision. So it's going to be a centre for the area and regenerate East Leeds. Any local group, any individual, any company, we'd welcome their support.
Emma Kerwin, Yorkshire Voice, Horsforth.
Now, teenagers can sometimes be given a hard time for being lazy, playing too many violent video games, or for just being generally up to no good. But one group of teenagers are proving all the stereotypes wrong and have been spending their summer learning new skills to help their local communities. Well, joining me now are Vicky Sampson from the NCS project and Daniel Earnhardt, one of the volunteers. Thanks for joining me. So Vicky, can you tell me a little bit more about the project?
Okay, so the project's called NCS. It's a 4-week programme for young people 16 and 17. It just is basically about them giving back to their community, building confidence, learning to work as a team, making friends, and living independently.
And to what extent teenagers are motivated to get on board, to join this type of initiative?
I think a lot of young people know about the project from school and stuff now. So NCS has got a really good name already. They've all heard from their friends have been on it. And it's always a good thing to add to their CV as well with the skills they learn. So yeah.
Daniel, how is it like to take part in this project?
I didn't really know what to expect coming on, but now that I'm here in the second week, I'm having just such an incredible time. And I didn't think, they always advertise all the making new friends and new skills and stuff, and I was a bit concerned about that, but now I've just realised just how quickly I've made friends, new friends that I'd never even seen before, and new skills that I never even think I'd have got, but it's just come to me so naturally thanks to the programme.
What's your highlight?
It's got to be just my whole group coming together and just we're all working as a team, even though we're a group of people that have never even met each other before, but now we're really tight and really together.
Would you say you've got tools to change the world?
Oh, I think so, definitely. And in the coming weeks, we should be doing something in our community which would really help.
And what kind of things have you been doing lately?
Well, this week we've been doing workshops to develop things like confidence and motivation for people who maybe think, oh, I'm from this background, maybe I won't, become anything. But there've been some really interesting and motivational workshops to get us on our feet and not think about the past, but where you want to be in the future.
And we can see you all around campus. You seem to have fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's a really nice place, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean on campus they get to learn to budget, work as a team, because obviously there's about 15 of them using one kitchen. So yeah, cooking skills, and also a bit of a taster of what uni life is going to be like. So yeah, it's been great for them.
And what do you think of these stereotypes against teenagers being lazy? Do you agree?
Ooh. Maybe I'm a little lazy, but I think I joined this program in the mind of I should get out and get doing something, and this is definitely what I really wanted to do. It's been really interesting.
Yeah. And what kind of skills have you learned so far?
Well, one of the specific ones I was looking for was maybe because I'm not very good at cooking, I didn't really got into it. That's a bit of a stereotype, I guess, but now coming here and living a bit like a student has really opened my eyes and has definitely given me some more kitchen skills, and I should be developing some more over the next few days as well.
And what did you learn?
I've learned loads. I mean, the first week we faced a lot of our fears doing high ropes, canoeing and that sort of thing, so a lot of challenging activities. But I've also learned a lot from the young people of how much they do care and recognise things in their communities. And they're all really passionate about the issues in their communities, so it's great to see.
Great. That's it for the moment, but join us again tomorrow when we'll be speaking to a lead that... So I see you tomorrow for the programme.